Hey guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. Today's video is for you if that knee is feeling tight and achy. We've got 5 stretches to help decrease pain, increase mobility, and increase your flexibility to get you feeling better. Step 1 is getting those layers to glide that are stuck a little bit better. So it's getting blood flow and getting the fluid moving in between those layers so that we can work into those stretches. So I'm going to use the Derma Edge to do that, and we're going to go over the quads, the calves, and the hamstrings because those all surround the knee and then can affect how that knee is feeling. And I will link this too below. So you're going to go on the outside of that quad. You want to make sure to go on the inside of that quad and right on the top because they attach in all of those places. And whichever feels kind of bumpy to you, mine all do, you're going to go ahead and do just a nice gentle pressure, usually up, to get those to feel a little bit better. So just do it until, like I said, it doesn't feel quite as bumpy. Once you go to the quad, then you're going to go right to that hamstring. Again, back of the leg. Make sure you're getting inside, middle, I said that wrong, inside, middle, and outside. And for me, mine happens to be right in the middle, so that's where I'm going to focus until it feels a little bit better. Again, just a quick little kind of warm up here, and then moving down into that calf. And this is something that I tend to do actually throughout the day to help keep me loose. Also, it may not be a bad idea to get a little bit of a warm up in there too. So walk in, dance in, whatever moves you got to get a little bit of blood flow going as well. Again, right, outside and inside and middle of calf. And again, just that little quick motion there before we now move on to the stretches. All right, to get the hamstring muscles, the back of that thigh, you're gonna grab a step, a stool, a bench. The higher the surface is, the more difficult, the more stretch it will be. So definitely start with something lower. You can even start on the ground and make sure you have something to hang on to if you're concerned about your balance. But stretching this leg here is gonna go right up on my little Dream Big pillow. My toes are up. Now notice I have pretty good straightness in that leg, which is what we're aiming for. But you may not be there yet. So one way to kind of ease into this is to actually bend that knee a little bit and then squeeze into those quad muscles to help you press down. And you just can do that about 5 or 6 times, seeing if you can get a little bit more as you go, a little straighter, I should say. And it's okay if it doesn't get a lot straighter. Once you are there at your limit, which is about there for me, you're going to think about taking your chest and bringing it forward, right? Not slumping or slouching forward. Bring that chest forward, and then you're actually going to take that foot and rotate it one way and rotate it the other way. And if you feel like for me it's rotating out, that's where I need a little bit more of that stretch. That's where I'm going to work on breathing into it for about 3 to 5 breaths. If you need all positions, you're going to do that same idea with all 3 positions. Remember what I said, those hamstrings, right, are attaching in different places, so we want to make sure that we get all parts of it. Okay, we're moving on to stretching those calf muscles. So using a wall, you don't have to show how strong your muscles are by pushing over the wall, but we're just using this as a little bit of stability and support. Don't knock over your wall. So I'm going to take, this is the leg that's stretching, I'm going to take it straight behind me. I'm actually going to take this front foot and cross it over just a touch, just because of the angle that some of those calf muscles attach at. And I'm going to try to keep my foot pointed forward. And here, I'm going to lean right into the wall. This is where you're not knocking your wall over, just kind of gently leaning in, making sure that that back heel is down. So this stretches out kind of the bigger calf muscle, that gastrocnemius, or gastroc for short, if you're on a nickname basis. And again, holding here for about 3 to 5 breaths. But then what often gets missed is that poor little soleus that lies underneath of it. So to get that one, same position in that front leg, but this back leg moves forward just a little bit. Heel stays on the ground, and now you're bending into that knee, and you should feel this a little bit lower down. This muscle is the soleus, like I said, and does not cross 2 joints, just one, and holding there for 3 to 5 breaths as well. For our next stretch, we're gonna get the front of that leg, those quad muscles. A lot of times you'll see this one done standing up, but I find when you have knee pain, that can be really uncomfortable. So we're doing it on our side, not taking a nap yet. You're gonna bring the bottom leg actually out forward a little bit so that you can protect that back. I've got my handy dandy yoga strap here. You can do that. You can take, if you're wearing pants, you can grab onto your pants, or you can take even a sheet or a towel. Or if you have really good flexibility, you can even just grab right onto that ankle. But you're gonna take and you're gonna bring with the strap, with your arm, this leg back. You're gonna bring your heel towards your butt and actually think about bringing that that hip back as well. So we're starting to get into the hip flexors a little bit there. And you can always let that leg come down if it's more comfortable for you. But I find resting my foot on the ground as I kind of bring that leg back is actually more comfortable on my knee. And then once you're there, you're holding 3 to 5 breaths. For our next one, we're actually working on rotation of the knee. Everybody knows that the knee does this, but it actually does a little bit of rotation as well. So we're gonna do a little bit of comfortable movement to help that along. So you want to keep your foot, or at least the heel, in contact with the ground, so you're sitting for this one. And you're going to take and turn that foot in, and then turn that foot out, only as much as you can in your comfort range. So one way may be a little bit more motion than the other, and that's totally okay. Just really listen to that signal that your body is giving you, and shoot for about 10 in each direction. Thanks for watching today, guys. And if you are looking to get rid of that knee pain, check out my Body Vitality Knee Pain series, which takes you through not just stretching, but strengthening, mobility, and soft tissue work to get you feeling your best.